Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today I'm here to explain you or to conduct a 40 hours Snowflake certification training. This course Snowflake, it is totally 900 or you can say 99% practical oriented session which we are going to cover in by module wise. I'm going to explain you why Snowflake, what is Snowflake, what is the uses for Snowflake, and then a complete practical oriented session so that you guys not only believe on theory with rather whatever I am saying practically I will do front of you whatever the concept available for Snowflake certification you will be able to learn here. Before that, I wanted to give you, before starting the session, I wanted to give you a small introduction of mine. So my name is Raghuraj Singh. I am 20 I am having almost like 20 plus years of experience as an architect, consultant and trainer. I am TOGAF level 9.2 certified, which is the highest certification for any architect. I am Azure data engineering DP203 data analyst PL 300 or AWS data specialty certified and Snowflake as well. So let's start the session, guys. Why we used for? What is Snowflake used for? Let's discuss about it. So Snowflake is a cloud-based data platform primarily used for cloud data warehousing, and it is not like it is only processing the structured data. It is something which support structure, semi-structure, non-structured data. Structured data means your SQL Oracle record set. Means table data. In semi-structure means JSON file. Non-structured means your text file, CSV file kind of. and 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 it has ability, and I'm talking about data. I mean, it is basically supporting a cloud data warehousing. So to process the data in virtual warehouse, I mean in cloud data warehouse, or in a storage account, or in a data lake account, or in a delta lake account, it basically it has ability, it has functionality to scale it automatically based on the query or load of the application, which gives you 15 15 cr record or 5 million record to process within 1.5 minute. And that whatever I'm saying practically I will explain you. Snowflake, I mean, in these days, many of the organizations are basically moving their on-premises data warehouse like Teradata or Oracle to Snowflake. That movement, that migration, definitely we will discuss about it, how we are doing that. Okay. Then not only data warehousing support it is doing, it has the feature, then along with data warehousing we have data engineering topic also, like it has ability to do the ETL, extract transfer or load, or ELT, extract load and transfer pipelines, to fetch the data from on-prem to cloud data warehouse environment. And that cloud data environment, data lake or delta lake, is depend upon which environment you have chosen, whether you are using AWS S3 bucket, or whether you are using Azure storage account, which is nothing but a hierarchical namespace enabled Hadoop supported data storage mechanism. Okay. And then GCP also, Google also has their own bucket where you can store huge number of data, and then on top of that data you can do data analysis on that. Then we are supporting data sharing mechanism, in which we can share our data without local copy to any of the vendor or partner. I'll explain you more while the time of doing practical demonstration. Then we have data lake concept where you can store JSON Avro Parquet kind of native support, and it is doing that. Then we have something called business intelligence support, like you can connect your Power BI Tableau with Snowflake to show the data after data engineering work, after the uh, data validation, data cleaning, data transformation, data duplicate check done. Once the data is ready to use, then after that you can go for data analysis work and show the reports on top of Power BI on top of Snowflake with the help of Power BI Tableau or Locker or Click. Okay, and you can create and showcase your meaningful dashboard KPIs and report real time or schedule based to your end users, to your end customers. Then it has support of machine learning ML pipelines also. It has support with Python, Spark, external notebooks, Jupyter, Databricks, for further data analysis, for further future forecast work. Okay, then it has compliance and governance support, like whatever the data you have, it provide you role based access. It's not like everybody can access all the data. No, based on the role, whatever the custom role or inbuilt role you have, accordingly you'll see the data. And it has ability to support uh, to do the security on row level, column level data. Then it has masking policy, like let's say credit card information, mobile number. If you wanted to hold, you don't want it to showcase to anyone, that also you can do with the help of masking policy. Okay. Then it has multi-cloud cross-region support. It, as you know, Snowflake cannot store the data locally. Physically data is always available in any of the cloud. Any of the cloud means either you can go for Azure, AWS, or GCP for actual physical data store. This Snowflake will only manage the data. Okay, but physical storage is always available in the environment of your cloud provider, and that cloud provider is basically, uh, it can be Azure, GCP, and all. So what we are going to learn in this particular Snowflake environment, Snowflake session of 40 hours. Basically, in that we are going to discuss about the architecture, which is nothing but a three-tier architecture available, starting with the storage, then query processing, and then the I'll show you also storage, query processing, and cloud services. This is the brain of the system. So Snowflake architecture, which we will discuss definitely. Then we have something called loading data, means how you wanted to load the data from cloud to Snowflake environment. Okay, for processing that data, for doing the analysis, the data, for querying the data, for cleaning the data, for transformation the data. Transformation means, let's say if the data is coming in Spanish language and you wanted to convert in English for further processing, or let's say the data is coming with raw data where you have to calculate the pricing, calculate the invoice data, calculate the inventory data, that all calculation you'll be able to do in the Snowflake environment. Physical data will be available on Azure, GCP or AWS buckets, storage area, but calculation you have to do it with the help of Snowflake architecture. Okay, then you have option for copy options from these all different cloud storage environment, means from cloud warehouse. You can copy in the Snowflake tables database, and then that also that we will cover here, and that you can do it with the help of SQL language, or you can do it with the help of Python, or you can do it with any of the third-party tools like Medallion, DBT tool, Medallion. Then there are these are the popular one: DBT, Medallion, Informatica. By using that, you can fetch the data from different sources, different means all three cloud sources to Snowflake environment. Then how to deal with unstructured data, CSV file, text files, and all. What how to increase the performance, how to monitor the performance of Snowflake while processing the data. Sorry. That also we will cover. We will see how to load the data from AWS, Azure, and GCP. AWS has S3 bucket, Azure has a storage account, GCP has bucket. How to load the data, that all we will learn from, uh, that we will all learn from these all cloud application. And we'll see all the jargons. Basically, we will see all the jargons while doing that. Okay. And then we will learn from Snowpipe is nothing but event based data ingestion. Event based data ingestion means, guys, the moment a particular file got created in Azure storage account or AWS S3 bucket, immediately the notification will come to Snowflake, and Snowflake will do what? It will execute the query for fetching the data, transforming the data, and inserting into Snowflake. That Snowpipe will do. Very important feature. Time travel, fail safe. These are the actual feature which basically people go for Snowflake. So what is time travel? Maybe you heard about that movie called Avengers. In that you have seen people went back to a particular time back, and then they restore that particular time zone. So here also, let's say after 10 days before, if you have done some mistake where you have updated the designation, you wanted to update the designation for a one employee, but by mistake it updated with entire company designation, and you wanted to revert back that. So here, based on the Snowflake edition, which edition you are using, standard or enterprise or business critical you are using, based on that you'll get the time travel duration. Means if you have a business critical, it has 90 days time travel option available. Means if you have done something 60 days back, that day, that 60 days back also you can go and you can reverse that, and you can merge both the data with the help of many of the different features are available by using that, by using streams. Basically you can merge that data, and revert from 60 90 days before. Let's say if something which is beyond 90 days you wanted to reverse because of some problem happened, and you lost that data and you wanted to back, then you have another 7 days called fail safe, guys. But here you can do it by on, but fail safe you have to connect with Snowflake, guys, to do that restoration, but that is available. Then table type, that is also a very important thing, because in one of the virtual data warehousing project where you are migrating your on-prem to cloud data warehouse, or you are going to develop a new cloud-based data warehouse, cost, these all are SaaS products, guys. SaaS product means you don't need to buy anything. You just simply do the subscription, provide your user ID and password, and you are done, and you are start using it. But here cost is very important. So whoever the architects are, if you are using permanent table, if you are using temporary table, if you are using transit table, that there are meaning which one you have to use. Why? Because whatever table you are using, accordingly cost will also come. So that also we will cover, which table we have to use for which requirement, so that you can save your cost. We have zero cloning, data sharing, data sampling, scheduling your stored procedures, your task, visualization, connecting Power BI streams. If there is any data, let's say first time you have migrated your data, and every day periodically whenever some changes happen in the source application and you wanted to update your Snowflake database tables, then this stream will come in the picture. Many of the features are available here, which we will explain, which we will do. Then materialized view is there, data masking is there, access management is totally a DBA work, where they wanted to manage the rule or complete security data governance in this particular chapter, guys. Then partner connect, we will see how Snowflake can connect with Medallion, DBT, or Informatica practically. Then best practices of users, tips, almost like 20 to 30 tips available, which I will explain you in Snowflake. Okay. Then I'll tell you something called, I'll show you. So like that, I have 100 number of PPTs available. Then there are lots of ebooks available for certification. Lots of I have lots of ready to use questionnaires available, like Snowflake Q&A available for your exam preparation. I can show you that, but let me show you that. It is just opening. That is all Q&A I have registered for while doing lots of batches, for certification batches. That also there. So I'm just opening that. Let it open. Then we have some PPTs available, books available, then lots assignments available for Snowflake. That also, these are the assignments which I will give it to you while doing session, so that you can do the practice. Once assignment will be done, then after that you will get all the Snowflake Q&A questions in this session, which I will give it to you one by one, by every after module. Okay, so that is also ready to use, readily available for you guys. Okay, lots of PPTs available along with me, like one PPT which I've just now referred, that is also available. Then after that we have this particular PPTs, topic wise PPTs, and lab files are available. Then something called all SQL queries available. Let's say if your company has decided not to buy any Medallion Informatica or GUI based data ingestion tool with Snowflake, then you have to do it with Python or SQL. In that time you should know that everything. So what I did is I have I have I mean, collected all the SQL queries, so that you can learn how to load the data. Then we will learn how to load the data directly from local environment, like on your file server or in your database server to Azure environment, and then from Azure environment to Snowflake databases. That also basically we will cover. Then we have Snowflake architecture also available. How basically that data will be moved and all. That also I will cover in that particular chapter. Okay. uh, then if you wanted to see some features, like how basically we can go for free subscription. Yeah, and one more thing, for lab, maybe you have questions like how you will do labs and all. So see guys, this is a 400 credit available, 28 days available for doing the free of cost subscription. And for that you don't need to do anything. You just simply go to snowflake.com. I'll show you snowflake.com, and then you just simply go to start free, sign in or start free, and then you need to go for the subscription, where you have to provide your name. Okay, and then you have to provide why you are signing up, company is considering. Next, then you have to provide your company name called ABC, whatever name you wanted to give, developer. Okay, and then you wanted to use which edition you wanted to use, a standard, enterprise, or business critical. See, it says standard plus 90-day time travel, which I explained to you also. Okay, so you have to choose. Let me choose business critical, and then it is asking which, choose your cloud provider. So although you can, whatever you choose, Azure, AWS, or GCP, but uh, like let's say if I'm choosing Azure, but let's say if your data, means if you are using in your company Azure storage account, then you should choose Azure. Why? Because from then to fetch the data from Azure to Snowflake database, there will be no charge. But let's say if you have chosen Azure as your cloud provider, and if you are fetching the data from Amazon, then you have to pay extra payment, extra money you have to pay. That is why it is recommended as an architect, like wherever your database is available, means virtual, means your warehouse is available, storage account is available, as an ELT, not ETL, ELT, extract, load everything, and then after that do validation, transfer, validation of the data, duplicate check of the data, cleaning of the data, transformation of the data. From then you want to do that, go for use AWS. In that case, means wherever your actual data is available, raw data is available, from on-prem to cloud, and that cloud is storage account or AWS S3, choose here accordingly. So I know my data is available in storage account, means Azure storage account, means Azure data like Gen 2 storage account, Hadoop supported, and huge data is available. So I selected this one. Region you can select where you which region. If you are sitting at India, then you can choose India. If you are in US, then choose US basically, guys. Okay. So I have chosen India because I'm doing from India. So I can select. If you want to select this one, fine. If not, then you can skip also. Okay. My language is SQL. These two languages for doing the. I don't have. Okay. I have the coding experience. Say submit. Okay. And then it is done. It is ready, guys. I received already. Now it's saying check your inbox, and once you check the inbox, you'll able to get that link of Snowflake tenant where you can provide your user ID and password, and you can start using like this. Here you can create your project, SQL worksheet project, and you can start querying, you can start fetching the data in your, see, this is not, this is by default shared database. So you can do some queries and all on any of the table. Okay, these are some tables available. You can query sample data, like I can simply say select star, because that database is already created, but we can create our own database also, and we can put it here like this. See, copy name, I can put it over here, and I can run. But for that, your virtual warehouse should be created. So I know one of the virtual warehouse, this is what compute underscore WH, it's a virtual warehouse. I'll explain you what is, don't confuse you with warehouse and virtual warehouse. Warehouse where you basically store your data for further reporting analysis purpose. But virtual warehouse is your processing engine which basically run your query. Okay, so by default it is available. Cannot perform self this system does not have a current database. You use data or use a qualified name. Okay, so I will say here either I have to copy sample database, or I can say what, I can select the database called here, from here. Okay, and then I can run the query. So now database is selected, so I don't need any, I don't have any problem because database is already used now. So now what is saying, does not exist or not authorized. Oh, so what I will do, copy name. Let me see if I put dot this and run. I know the problems because maybe this is not running as of now, compute underscore WH, that we can run. That's not an issue. Schema does not exist or not authorized. Okay. So it is looking for a complete name. No, there is nothing else. Complete name it is looking for. So I can go here and set workspace context, place name in editor, complete database into that, and then we can run that. Does not exist. So this is, so I can go and check whether my this one, whether my warehouse is running or not. No, it is not running. See, it is stopped. That is the problem. It is suspended. So how to run that one? I can go and I can start that. So what I can do, I can go to the environment so that I can start this one. So I'll go to okay, monitoring, not monitoring. See, here you can see all the traces. Okay, and I can go to project governance, admin section, and everything you can able to see here. Here it is a warehouse available. So now compute underscore WH is started. Okay, and I have logged in as my, I can check my role also whether I am account admin or not. How I have logged in my warehouse, means in my uh, worksheet, that also I can go and check. I can open this, that also name you can check, what was the name and all. So by default, account admin is there, so it is already there. And I don't wanted to share anything. I can simply run. I wanted to run this one, and I can execute this run all. Sample database does not exist or not authorized. Okay, so then I have to, what I have to do is I have to check the database and everything, how it is performing, because just now I created, so I have not set everything, that is why this error is coming. Or otherwise I can go and I can, it is simply saying does not exist or not authorized. Authorized means it looks like in this particular database, you know uh, this one is not available. Right is not available. I can go here, I can go to table, I can go to customer. Okay, and let me try copy name, place name in the data. Yeah, but here Snowflake PPCH, the name is sample. Yeah, I can remove this all name also. Okay, let me remove all. I can go here and place name in editor, like that you have to do. Select this. Record is available. Data is available. How much time it took? Only 950 millisecond. Very fast. Okay. So this is what we have, guys. Stay tuned. We will do further. Further means we are going to cover every module practically. Every module, not one module. And for that, entire data is available for you. If I go here, if I can go here, every topic data is available. Loading data, copy command, transforming data. Then if you go here, copy option, size limit, loading data from AWS, the entire lab is available with sample files. With sample files. See how to do a snow pipe, everything, how to load the data through from GCP, everything is available with sample data. And not only one, many. See, topic wise data available with all commands available. Then along with DBT, I will cover with DBT also. How to fetch the data with the help of DBT. That also I will cover, in this particular one. So, or along with Metallion, how to work with Snowflake and DBT. That also, see how to fetch the data, how to do the setup with Snowflake and DBT. That also I'm going to cover in one of the partner connect section. And we have a step by step all the options available, which I'm going to explain you all. Okay. So fine, guys, this is what we have as of now. We will connect again and we will start the session. Thank you, everyone. Bye for now.